Hello, good morning students. Once more I welcome you all in class of English, Standard 8th, Gulmoho. We are going to enjoy a poem and related to this poem, the question answer, that is maps. Maps has been already explained. That is here composed by Dorothy Brown Thompson. And all of you know what is in the poem. The poem is about the importance and usefulness of maps. A very simple looking thing that is drawn on a sheet of paper, something, some drawings, some names, as the poetess tell. But in looking simple and ordinary, these maps are very useful, and it really helps us in almost every day in our life when we need to know different places. Either it may be related to train routes, road routes, or air routes, or to any other country, any just adventurous place. All that information we get through the help of maps, as the maps are of different kinds. And in the poem it has been explained well to all of you how these maps are great friends of ours today. As you go to market and you forget some place and you have to go to some place, you locate on the mobile, as you know, and you will be just quite close to the place where you want to go, and the map will lead you, guide you to reach that place easily. So let us see the questions being asked here on the basis of the poem maps. How the maps are useful for us. First question in understanding the poem from the poem is, read the first stanza. How are high adventure and bright dream related to maps? This is what here the question. How are high adventure and bright dream related to maps? That is from first stanza of the poem. According to the poetess, maps are very useful for us as they can transport us, they can carry us to a known, beautiful and fascinating place. We can go to any imaginary place. Maps can take us, lead us, guide us to reach a known, beautiful and fascinating place. They fulfill our dream to reach the places of our imagination. We have not gone. We simply imagine our mind about the places. And just you search, you will reach. You will come to know every part of that place, surroundings, beauty, importance, all the related information you will get in a minute. We can travel to any place to discover and explore new things. Not we can travel to a new place, but we can discover or explore new things about that place. In this way, maps are related to high adventure and bright dream. We have here another question here. What are some of the things that maps bring to speaker's mind? Here, this is already mentioned in the poem. What are some of the things that maps bring to the speaker's mind, poetess mind? Some of the things maps remind the speaker are ships, stars, markets, ice floes and aeroplanes. Ice floes means big pieces of mass, pieces of ice only floating in the sea or ocean, that is called floes, ice floes, and aeroplanes. Besides these, there are many more things that comes in the mind of a speaker that remind to the speaker. Here another question that is with us to answer: what are different kinds of maps that the speaker mentions in the poem? What are the different maps, different kinds of maps that the speaker is mentioning in the poem? The different kinds of maps speaker mentions in the poem are train maps. Obviously, you know, if you have to go to one place to another and you want to know the distance, what will be the distance by train route, easily the map can give you just in second. That is train maps. Maps of wind and road maps. We have here maps of wind. When you see the weather report or the direction of wind, you are given the information in the newspaper, in the television, and that is the map only which predicts, tells the direction, and the person is related to that who gets the information take help the maps. So train maps, maps of wind, road maps, all these maps help us to reach our destination, our reaching place, and imagination as well. What we imagine, the place we imagine, we dream to reach. The poetess tells that the maps looks very simple, but its work is beyond our imagination. Work is not simple. Work is beyond our imagination, that we can think its utility, that is beyond that. Here the next question is, maps are really magic wands for home staying vagabonds. On basis of this statement, first question you have been given, why have maps been called magic wands? Maps have been called magic wands because they seem to have a magical power. Wands means a stick. How the magician uses the stick only to show you magic, different kinds of magic. They are moving it in different way and they show the really just miraculous activities using the sticks. So wands is here magic, wands is magic stick. They seem to have a magical power similar to magic sticks. Magic wands can transport us, take us easily and in no time from one place to another, sitting at home. And that is what the vagabonds, those who are wandering from one place to another, they are just wandering aimlessly. So like just home staying vagabond, those who are staying at home, the vagabonds can get the information of different places. He can wander, he can see sitting at home with the help of the maps. This is what the content of the answer. We have our next question. Maps are mightier than they seem. This line suggests that maps do not seem very mighty at first. One question that I missed here, that is 4th B. How can someone be home staying and a vagabond at the same time? A person who is staying at home can be vagabond, as he or she can travel to any imaginary place with the help of maps and can enjoy the beauty and fascination at the same time. So sitting at home, one can enjoy the pleasure of a vagabond. Vagabond enjoys the beauty wandering from one place to another, in the forest, to the mountains, here and there. That is what the work of vagabonds. But suppose those who are staying at home and they want to enjoy like vagabonds, enjoy visiting those places, those people can use the map and can get the information and can enjoy like vagabonds enjoys. In one's imagination, one can move from one market to ice floes, ships to aeroplanes in a matter of seconds, and all the while sitting at home. And maps can help to do that. In this way, just maps can help someone to enjoy like vagabonds sitting at home, staying at home. Fifth question is, maps are mightier than they seem. This line suggests that maps do not seem very mighty at first. Why should that be? Maps may not seem very mighty at first because because a map may just look like just a piece of paper with some lines drawn, some names written on it. But they are of great importance as they help us to travel and know to the places and things which are only in our imagination. They are detailed information. And that's why maps are mightier than they seem. So these were the questions from your understanding the poem Maps. And I have no doubt some more questions that I have to discuss. I will explain, I will ask in the class. So I think you must have understood the explanation, the answers I explained you today in this video. So thank you, students. I just hope that you will all write down all these answers in your copy and learn them carefully. We will have just again some more information from next video. So till then, just I hope that you will level and you will be conscious. Thank you, students.